conceptual perspective, people talk about a desire to be successful. All of the elements.
Everybody, it's Dr. Rick dropping in on you. It's been a long day, but I'm finally taking a break. But I want to stop in and talk to you. I am not going to be too long, but I want to talk to you. I didn't get a chance to drop in this morning. Had a lot of urgent matters I needed to deal with, so I'm a little late, but better late than never. When we have aspirations, when we have desires, when we have these visions and dreams, these things that tug on our soul, and we fail to take action, we fail to move on it, we fail to do anything to bring us closer to it, we fail to reach out and dare touch that dream, we actually start a slow process of spiritual suicide. We start to diminish ourselves from the inside out until we become a shell of what we once had the potential to be, because we refuse to pursue the thing we were designed to do. We settled for what was comfortable. We settled for what seemed to be the status quo. We settled for anything that did not involve taking a risk. The Bible says a dream deferred makes the heart sick. And that can't be any truer. When you sit up and you have something inside of you that's tugging at you, but you convince yourself not to take the chance, you listen to the minimal-minded naysayers that tell you that you can't afford to go after it, that you're not built for it, that you're not smart enough, that you're not strong enough, and all of these other things that cause you to crumble back and shrink into the corner of comfort. And you look up and years go by and there's this yearning, but it's starting to fizzle, and you try to rekindle it, but there's always the fear of failure, the fear of what people are going to say, the fear of falling down, the fear of not getting close to it, but you never, ever consider the possibility of just what if you do hit it? What if you do get it? What if you do win? What if by some crazy notion you were designed to win? What if God actually designed every last one of us to win, and somehow we allowed our situations to outweigh our purpose? What if we just, in some crazy way, balked on the badness of our design? I mean, and when I say badness, I don't mean bad in a bad, I mean just awesomeness of our design, that we somehow let life convince us that circumstances were greater than purpose, that circumstances was greater than destiny, and we sit back and we shrank into these mediocre ideas of existence, and we convinced ourselves that poverty was our lot in life. We convinced ourselves that struggling and sketchy living and dwarf goals and colorless dreams and all of that stuff was just what people do. You know, you have to be special. There has to be something unique about you that life touches early that qualifies you to be wealthy, that qualifies you to be an impact and a force in the world around you, that qualifies you to be a business owner. You don't deserve to be in that because you what built, and so you buy into it, and you don't realize the very stroke of God's genius is rolling through you. It's in your DNA that you were literally designed to do something exceptional, to do something extraordinary. In doing so, give others who can relate to you permission to do the same thing. You weren't designed to be small and play small and be safe. You were designed to stretch yourself and reach for the stars, to reach for the dream. You have everything in you right now to touch the dream. You have everything in you. Don't allow the slow, steady progress of spiritual suicide to rob you of everything pure and great in your life because you won't pursue it. Stop allowing it to eat away at your very existence. I'm going to challenge you. Step out of that corner. Step out of that corner. Step into the light of what's possible. Dare to dream. Dare to touch the dream. I'm not telling you to do anything crazy. I'm not telling you to do anything responsible, but I am telling you that if you're ever going to achieve anything worth having, you're going to have to take risks. You're going to have to come outside of your comfort zone. You're going to have to take some chances. That's life. You've got to get out there. You've got to put it in. If you don't, you're going to look up and one day this life that we live, that we were given here, is going to be leaving, and you're going to look at it with regret because you will not have gone and achieved the very things you should be achieving. This is my challenge to you. Make up in your mind the moment you watch this that there's this one thing you're going to pursue. One thing out of the things that have crossed your mind that excited you, that set ablaze something on the inside of you. Just pick one and say, I'm going to do it. And then say, I'm going to take the first step and then make that first move. Real quickly, those of you who are really ready to step out and make something happen, if you want to work with me, there's a way for you to do that in the description box. But whatever you do, you are going to have to do something other than sit back and think life is going to deal you what you want. You got to go get it. You got to possess it. You got to take hold of it. You got to seize it. I'm challenging you. Don't let another moment pass you by. Don't keep putting it off. Well, at the first of the year, next year, when the kids are grown, when the kids get out of school, after I get this project. No, now. Procrastination is the thief of time and opportunity. Stop procrastinating. Make the move now. On that note, I'm out of here. You guys have an unbelievable and remarkable remainder of your day, and we will talk soon. As I always say, I live my life on full so that when I leave this place, I down eat. I challenge you to do the same. I'm out. Hello, everybody. Dr. Rick Wallace here, dropping in on you. Hope everybody is having an unbelievable day, night, evening, whatever time you're going to be watching this presentation. I'm not going to be long, but I wanted to take time to talk to you. By now, you have heard about the 7-day business, online business launch. Let me tell you what is going on here. For over 12 years, I have worked to develop and build a presence online after experiencing some catastrophic setbacks in business, which I've been doing my entire adult life. In the late 2000s, I decided that I was going to launch my recovery of my business and reestablish my business career using primarily online tools. This started as a must. This was me rebuilding from scratch. Over time, I did it for different things. I've done everything from write content for retail shops. I've had a client, First Choice Lighting in the UK. I did all of their site content, including their product descriptions. Had a couple of clients I picked up in Perth and Sydney, Australia, doing the same thing. Then I graduated to doing my own content. Then I graduated to doing what I absolutely love and was doing in a direct face-to-face environment, and that's counseling, consulting, coaching, and helping people change their lives. It started out small, and I scaled it, built a presence in different places, built the sites, did all of these different things. So I developed and learned a lot of it on my own, and other times I hired people to teach me, but I knew what I had to do. The one thing that has remained the same is the way that I launch. I always launch low cost entry. I don't need a whole lot of startup capital to put an idea out there. I just need the idea out there, and I will find the people whose problems and needs it solves, and I will grow my industry and my market share that way. And what I have decided is that I have taught a lot of my clients who come to me for other reasons, but a part of what they do is business. I've taught them how to launch online and how to do it in 7 days or less. I can literally come up with an idea, and by the end of the day, today, I can have that idea up online and the first sale. And it's just from learning and knowing what to do and how to do it. I'm not telling you it's easy. I'm telling you that it takes work, it takes awareness, it takes knowledge, but it's possible. In a time where the economy is so volatile, in the time where companies are downsizing, in the time where people are unhappy on their job at an alarming rate. Because this is the industry I work in, it's for helping people elevate and achieve. There's a lot of things I'm aware of. I'm aware of the fact that 85% of the people in this country wake up every day and go to a job they hate. That is literally what I call committing spiritual suicide and a slow, agonizing death that will probably take place long before you should, because that constant misery and stress is triggering the brain to trigger the adrenal gland to produce cortisol and adrenaline, which in short bursts has unbelievable capacity to help you in an emergency situation. But in a chronic state, it is devastating on the immune system, devastating on the organs. So it's literally creating a slow and agonizing death. So what I did is I came up with the 7-day online business launch. I created it for people who want to either supplement their income, change their careers, create diverse forms of income, because I've done it many times. I do it. I have more than 20 sites up and running. I can't tell you how many landing pages I've created that generate revenue. And what am I doing? I'm creating things that work for me. A lot of it is automated. Some of the stuff I forgot is out there. That every now and then I'll look up and something pops up in the account and says, you just completed a transaction for blah, blah, blah. I'm like, man, well, that's still out there. And then I might get an idea to go promote it, or just leave it there, and people who are organically looking for it will find it. The beautiful thing is you can literally do this with little to no startup capital. Again, starting with organic traffic and knowing how to promote your site or your landing page or your social media page or whatever, however you do it. There's a number of different ways to do it, and I'm going to teach you those things. But to promote it organically, to put it out in front of the people who actually need what it is you're providing. I'm going to also show you how to do it if you don't have your own product or service. There is so much to be done out there. There's so many markets. There's so much need. There's so many problems to be solved. As long as there's a problem to be solved, there's money to be made. People will pay you for the solutions to their problems. It's that simple. That's what a business is. A business is finding what people need in the way of problem solving, or need or desire in the way of something in its tense. I don't like to deal personally in my business in things where people are buying what they want. Why? Because people jump on trends. What's wanted today will not be wanted tomorrow. I like to solve problems that are going to exist. People want to advance. People want to be better. People want to learn how to do more. People want to live optimally. People want to deal with their trauma. Those are things that I know are going to always be there. And that's where I hung my hat. But that's not all I do online. I want to teach you how to use this formula, how to get started within 7 days, have an operation up, and then be able to replicate that anytime you see an opportunity or an idea comes, to create these diverse streams of income that will create balance and hedge you on whatever it is you decide to do primarily. I'm able to do what I do primarily because I'm hedged. by the things around me that I do, that allow me to, when it's necessary, to take a risk and to invest in myself and to flow cash into something that leaves me in a situation. I know over the long haul I'm gonna be okay. Why? Because I'm hedged. And that's the thing that you have to build. But I'm gonna teach you all of this. And I just wanted to give a real quick explanation of what's going on, but this is something I've done. This isn't something I just picked up and thought I would throw out there. This is me and what I've done and what's worked for me. I have yet to launch a company that has not come to profitability. Number one is because the formula on the front end is so strong. That means I go in at a very low cost. I don't need a whole lot of startup capital. I just need the idea. I want to show you how to take an idea and monetize it, basically. And on that note, I'm gonna get off. Take this opportunity, click the link that's associated to wherever this video is popping up. If you are really truly in any way looking to get off the treadmill, looking to get into a place where you have more control over the revenue that you earn, you have more control over the direction and the freedom and the liberty to do what you want to do, and you're not strapped down to doing something you don't like doing just because it pays the bills. This is an opportunity for you to move. So on that note, I'm gonna jump off of here. Thank you guys for dropping in and checking in with me. I'm out.